and keep your comments to yourself.
To yourself.
Shamrock Printing, dedicated to providing high-quality printing and graphic design solutions. Located at 82 South 3rd Street, Newark, Ohio. Fast, reliable, and local. Screen printing, graphic design, banners, and so much more. Owner-operators Ace Winters and Jonathan Boyer go above and beyond to provide their customers with the best service, knowledge, and professionalism that only a local business can provide. So before you go to that other print shop, go to shamrockprinting.com today, or give them a call, 740-349-2244, or find Shamrock Printing on Facebook, and be sure to tell you're live, AntmanVs.
Oh, hi, this is Chris Whitney from the Drifter King.
What's going on, Chris? How are you, sir?
Oh, good. Sorry I'm late. I tried before, but I think I had old man syndrome. I couldn't quite figure the buttons out.
Actually, you're quite early, sir. I had spoken with Douglas about doing 9:30, so that way I could do some promos and stuff during the show. But that's cool. You beat me to it.
Oh, great! You know what? I didn't get the memo there, so I went to the YouTube, and it said 9 o'clock, and I said, "Oh, 9 o'clock. That must be it." So,
oh yeah.
Well, I can come back in a little bit.
No, you're fine. Here. No, you're fine. No, I was gonna try to have all you guys in the room for a phone. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get all three of you in, unless you guys want to three-way. If you guys want to connect and then call into the show that way, we can do that if you want. That way everybody can be there.
I don't think we would have any idea how to do that. You see, like I say, I've got old man syndrome with this. I don't know what to do with all this newfangled contraptions, and I'm the young guy in the band.
Oh, I got you. Totally, I'm totally with you. All right. Well, let's see. Do you want to chat with the guys and see what you guys can do, and then call back in at 9:30 and give you guys time to kind of reconvene and kind of see?
Well, there's no need for that.
Okay.
I can just call back. I mean, I assume you can handle all three calls at the same time.
Well, that's trying to get everybody through the studio line. I have the one line that comes in directly to the studio. So I don't know that we would be able to get all three of you guys at the same time without.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I had explained that to Douglas when we spoke, but you know, I know how things can get lost in the translation.
Yes, certainly. All I have is a phone number. So what should we do? I have no idea.
No, you're fine. So let's see. I would possibly see if we can. I mean, I'm willing to do whatever I gotta do to make this happen. So what we can do, you know, I can. If it comes down to it, I can chat a little bit with you, chat a little bit with each one of you guys, have each one of you guys call in, and we can kind of do it that way. Or if you wanted to, you know, speak with the other gentleman, and we can kind of go, see if you guys want to do the three-way call that way, connect and then call into the show.
So how would that work?
Okay, so you're basically gonna go into your phone, your device, and you're going to call who you know. You would call Tony, or you would call Doug, and then each one of you guys. So you would call Doug, and then you guys can unite the calls, like merge the calls while you're on the phone. And you guys should be able to merge each other's phone calls, and then from there be able to call into the show. That's how other bands have done it when they call in. Because of Corona, it kind of messes a lot of things up.
Oh, sure. So like a party line.
Yes.
Yes. However, in the new, I didn't even know how to do a party line on the old rotary dial phones, but I don't even know how to do a party line. I mean, I don't know how to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, we will. So unfortunately, on my end, I cannot add multiple. It's not allowing me to add multiple calls.
Yeah, sure. Well, maybe Tony might know.
You want?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll call Tony up and see if he knows how to do that.
All right.
Yes, it's funny. It's
well,
you know.
Go ahead.
You know what's funny is the first thing that's funny is that the time on my VCR is still flashing 12. The other funny thing is that I actually have a VCR.
Oh,
anyway, sorry.
Man.
Trying to be funny.
No, it's, you know what? Honestly, Chris, you know, it's great to just be able to chat with you and chat with the guys, man. So, however, whatever, man, I look forward to being able to chat with any of you this evening. So we can chop it up, we can mix it up. However, cool. I let you guys, you guys can get a hold of Tony if you want and kind of see, well, you know, what you guys want to do.
I'll see what we can do, if we can do a party line type thing. Now, if we all call back at the same time, can you, like, put us all on hold, have us all just kind of be there?
I can certainly try. I can certainly try, sir.
All right. Well, whatever happens. All right. So I'm going to disconnect, and I think I'll start with Tony, and we'll see what we can figure out. So there's be like a party call, and then we can all call you at the same time.
Yep.
That.
We'll figure it out one way or another. We got 2 hours. We can do her. Longer if we need.
3. All right, man. I will talk to you soon.
All right. Yes, sir.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Let's do this again. Shamrock Printing, dedicated to providing high-quality printing and graphic design solutions. Located at 82 South 3rd Street, Newark, Ohio. Fast, reliable, and local. Screen printing, graphic design, banners, and so much more. Owner-operators Ace Winters and Jonathan Boyer go above and beyond to provide their customers with the best service, knowledge, and professionalism that only a local business can provide. So before you go to that other print shop, go to shamrockprinting.com today, or give them a call, 740-349-2244, or find Shamrock Printing on Facebook, and be sure to tell them that Ant-Man sent you.
Hey, this is Brandon.
And this is Barab.
We're 8 Pound Pressure.
And you're listening to AntmanVs.
Woo!
That'll be the day.
Kings and world leaders.
I'm gonna sing it.
Cause I get things cooking. You stare, you
How long your drama?
don't you dare change that station.
Feel the power.
Ant-Man versus. Starting now. Yeah. Woo! What's going on? Oh, it is that time of the week again, and we are back. Ant-Man versus hanging out live. Good stuff right there. I love a good opening to a show. And we were all hanging out. We were getting ready to get into it, man. And I love it. I love it. I love it when bands are excited to do the interviews, man. Tonight, I have an awesome group of guys hanging out with me tonight. Chris Whitney, Tony Harp, and Doug Oscard. These boys make up the Drifter Kings. And I'm telling you what, old school is in session tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Some badass music from some badass dudes, and I'm really excited about it tonight, man. And, you know, the camera angle's a little off because the intern's fired. And so, you know, figuring all this stuff out, man. What do you think? Shout out to Shamrock Printing, Paul's Nightclub, Lynettes Country BBQ, and Carolina Hemp Company. They are right there in the bottom corner. Wait. Dude, yeah, right there. Right there. Carolina Hemp. Yeah, right there. Carolina Hemp Company, Columbus. Check them out, man. CHC-Columbus.com. Sean and Cheryl over there. Much love to you guys as well. We're going to be talking about some crazy stuff tonight with the boys from Drifter Kings. If you haven't had a chance to check out what I've been getting into, they are a contemporary blues roots band from Central Ohio who perform original and creatively arranged blues classics in a wide range of styles, man. And I am telling you what, pretty crazy stuff, man. They're part of the Columbus Blues Alliance and the Blues Challenge winners, represented by Central Ohio, and 2020 International Blues Challenge in Memphis, Tennessee as well. Crazy stuff. I feel very humbled, very excited about being able to sit down and have this interview with these guys, man. However we hash it out, I'm going to be excited. We can tackle it one at a time. We can tackle it. You know, whatever we need to do, we're going to tackle this baby. It's going to be fun. Share this out using hashtag MusicFamiliaForLife. And Nancy says you need to be live. Nancy, if you want to pay for my Be Live subscription, I will get Be Live. We will do it. Just for you. Yeah. Shameless plug right there. So, hanging out live. Oh, man. Evan Mira opened up the show. Good stuff right there. It means play it again for all those slow people out there. Yeah. So, it's been a killer week, right? Been a hot one, man. Bought a swing set for the kiddos. Pretty excited about it. Haven't had a chance to put it together yet. It just came today. I was actually out working, and I'm pretty excited about getting this swing set put together because, frankly, I'm really more excited about getting my kids the hell out of the house. Yeah, it's going to be great. Awesome. Oh, man. So what's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? Are we having fun yet? What are you guys getting into this weekend, man? Let me know. Weigh in the comments. Let me know what you're getting into. Some live music tonight over on West Broad Street, over across the street from Casino. Pretty awesome, cool stuff right there. And Mojo Flow is taking the stage about over an hour ago or so to kick it off, man. And my man Zach throwing it together, man, doing some awesome, awesome, unique music. They're allowing people to pull in with their cars, and they're social distancing everybody and being able to create a safe, awesome environment. They have a whole concert series planned out. yours truly is going to be reaching out. Hopefully we can cover some of those, man. It's going to be really exciting to be able to do such a great thing. And speaking of great things, I got something from my man Rich Regal that just came out the day before yesterday, I believe. Day before yesterday? Yeah, I think so. And this song, man, is, you know, it's beautiful. It really is. I'm going to let you guys check it out right now. When we come back, we're going to be talking with the Drifter Kings. Hopefully we can get it all squared away. We'll be right back.
Big studio. It's been a long, long road. Yearning for home. I'm on my own. Everyone's gone. As I travel down this long road, feeling like a lost soul. Look to the heavens to find me like a fossil. So lost, so gone. Thinking, so lost, so gone. What the hell did I do wrong? Trying to clear my mind like a hit from the palm. Try to call out, but nobody picks up the damn phone. There's some real stuff going on, spinning maces in my dome. It's been a long, long road, yearning for home. I'm on my own. Everyone's gone. It's been a long, long road. Yeah, the same old song. What have I done? I'm doing wrong. In a huge room with people filled all around, still feel all alone in the crowd, and I'm begging, please, please. Down on my knees, take this pain, take it all away from me. And I know I'm doing good, but nobody can see. Just want a good life for my family, that's why I try to grow my seed, try to reach for the depths of the sea and the peace no one thinks I can reach. But it all starts with you and me. Yeah, you and me. It's been a long, long road. Yearning for home. I'm on my own. Everyone's gone. Everyone's gone. Been a long, long road. Yeah, the same old song. Yeah, the same old song. What have I done? What have I done? I'm doing wrong. I'm doing wrong. Lord help me. I'm trying. Long road, but I'll keep fighting. Lord help me. I'm trying. Long road, but I'll keep fighting. Lord help me. I'm trying. Long road, but I'll keep fighting. Lord help me. I'm trying. Nobody knows just how it's been. It's been a long, long road. Yearning for home. I'm on my own. Everyone's gone. Everyone's gone. Been a long, long road. Yeah, the same old song. Yeah, the same old song. What have I done? What have I done? I'm doing wrong. I'm doing wrong. It's been a long, long road. Yearning for home. I'm on my own. Everyone's gone. Everyone's gone. Been a long, long road. Yeah, the same old song. What have I done? I'm doing wrong. know they like to party. Yeah, girls like you only like to get naughty. Don't got nothing else to offer. I only got your body. Yeah, CB warned me about guys like you. Just 'cause he love you. Sean told me not to get involved with you. Spirit said if I do, then this would be my doom. This will be my doom. But you really don't care. 'Cause guys like you only like to party. 'Cause guys like you only like to get naughty. Sneaking in the VIPs in the party. Using me for fame and that's naughty. 'Cause guys like you only like to party. 'Cause guys like you only like to get naughty. I don't trust none of these girls, they just want me for a night, and they gon' leave me lonely after a night. I just want somebody that see the light that I got when I'm not around. All you like to do, these girls, they just want me for a night, and they gon' leave me lonely after a night. I just want somebody that see the light that I got when I'm not around. 'Cause guys like you only like to party. 'Cause guys like you only like to party. 'Cause guys like you only like to get known.
You're live on
Hey, man.
AntmanVs. What's up?
Hey, it's Chris. I think we figured it out.
Right on. What's going on?
Well, I got everybody on the same call, and I've just called you,
Yep.
but now my merge button has disappeared. What's happened?
That I could not tell you.
Oh my goodness! And nobody else can hear anything. All right, I'm going to put you on hold and see if I can get back to the other guys. Hold on.
All right.
All right, thanks for your patience.
No problem. No problem. Technology. What's going on, Ignatium? What's going on, Nancy? How's it going? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Carolyn back. What's going on? Greg. See you. David. Philibon, what's up, buddy?
Oh, I can hear Anthony.
Are we there?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Okay. This is Chris.
Hi, Chris.
How about Doug? Doug, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hi, Doug.
Oh,
Awesome.
Hey, hello.
Okay, now, where is Tony?
We got 2 of the 3. That's cool, though. We got 2 of the 3. We're doing this.
I don't
Sorry about that, eh?
No, don't be sorry about nothing. Never, don't be sorry. Because you know what?
They're go to manage, and there's Tony. Okay, he must have hung up or something. All right, here we go.
Alakazam.
What the fuck? Manage, okay?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, okay. Is Tony there? No, Tony's not there. Is Doug there?
I'm here.
Doug's there. Still good. Still don't have Tony. All right. Hold on. Let's see if I can figure
It's
something
been
out.
a little garbled, but I'm here.
I can hear you kind of there. Kind of choppy.
Something happened. I can't get Tony.
Uh-oh.
He just called back. All right, hold on. I'm going to hang up. I'm going to try again.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
We will get this. You know, the greatest part about this is that I have worked with so much worse in my career of working with music. So, you know what? Some technical difficulties with the phone is not a problem. We can figure it out. Nancy, I do agree, though. We're going to definitely check out Be Live and see what we can do as far as video goes and start doing something like that. Especially for, like, interviews, it might not be a bad idea to have something like that. But Ignatium says, don't be sad, because 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's an old... Man, that's out of an old song. If you can name that song... I'll give you a free t-shirt. Hanging out live, AntmanVs, man. 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, hanging out with AntmanVs tonight. Oh, man. So we have a brand new website. I just haven't published it yet. And I haven't published it yet because, you know, you want to make sure your turd's beautiful before you put it out there in front of people, right? So, mfpforlife.com is coming soon. You're going to be able to check out the live show right there. You're going to be able to buy merch from there. You're going to be able to do all kinds of fun stuff from there. I'm excited for it. You're going to be able to check out products from my sponsors right there on mfpforlife.com. It's going to be some good stuff right there. Carolyn Pack says meatloaf. Yes! Yes! That's my girl right there. Right on. So, it's always fun. Here we go. Here we go. You're live on AntmanVs.
Yo, the
What's
Drifter King.
What's up?
Well, hopefully this is working, but I don't know.
I hear you.
All right, but we don't hear anybody else.
Nope.
All right, I'm going to hit hold.
Okay. Shameless plug while we're here. September 17th, make sure you guys check out Columbus, Ohio for... Uh-oh. Hello?
All right. Well, hello.
Hello.
Can anybody hear me? I hear two people.
Tony is present.
Tony is present. I think Ant-Man is present.
I'm here. Yep, I'm here.
But we lost Doug. So, all right.
2 out of 3.
All right.
2 out of 3
All right,
ain't
hold
bad.
on. We got all these guys. So I'm.
We shall get this. What's going on, Bill? I see you in the chat room hanging out. What's going on, man? We're going to make this work. I am determined. Nancy, you can definitely plug your son for sure, man. Jared Weems, make sure you guys check him out at Weems Motor Co. Tampa. Good people over there, man. Great, awesome bike builders. Had him on the show about a month or so ago. They're doing a nice biker build off. We shall overcome. Yes, we shall. You can do it. Do. So have you guys had a chance, while we're hanging out here, have you guys had a chance to check out new Pray for Sleep yet, by chance? You guys can go over to prayforsleep.com and check out the new stuff they got going over there, man. They got some official music videos over there for you guys to check out. And they have the Scream Back program that is going on their website as well. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, that is some good stuff right there. It's a unique and innovative approach to reach youth struggling with mental behavior and health conditions using peer messaging, rock music, and personal messages of hope. You guys can check them out at screamback.org for more information. And they have all kinds of awesome stuff that's in there. And, one thing that we want to touch on here is that teen suicide rates are the highest ever and keep climbing. Over 1 in 5 teenagers have had a mental condition. Mental health disorders are a leading cause of disability in children. And I want to touch on the fact that the rate of youth suicide has increased by 58% in the last decade. So this is even more the reason why we should jump on board with these guys at screamback.org and go over there and check them out on their Facebook page at prayforsleep.com. Whoa, Katie's in the house. What's up, Katie? Katie. I'm poking you, just so you know. Waiting. I've never waited on my own show before. Interesting. Alright. Well, will these guys get back to it? We're going to try and figure this out right now. We're going to get right back into some music. So I got this from the guys, and I am pretty excited about this. So they have an acoustic session that they did with the song Scream Back. And I think that you guys are really going to, enjoy this. And we are going to throw this at you guys here real quick.
Hello?
Oh, they're back. What's up? Hello?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh, so this is Chris. I don't know if anybody else is on this call.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Tony's here.
Oh, Tony's on it.
Hey, Tony. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good, man. Good.
Awesome. Is Doug there? Is Doug on there?
I don't hear him.
He's not there.
We're
really
out of 3.
trying to figure this thing out and having a hell of a time. But
No, it's all right. It's all right. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, considering.
Well, I guess we'll talk to you, and then we'll have Doug call you, and he'll. I got Doug on hold. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
So I promise you, boys and girls, we're going to get the new Pray for Sleep song on for you guys this evening. It'll be killer. Hope you guys enjoy it for sure. This interview is going to be fun. I'm excited about it, man. So we have 4 songs that we're going to be breaking down with the guys tonight. You Got a Minute with It, and Beats Me, Back to the Country, and Son of a Gun. And all 4 of these songs, man, are creatively mastered, creatively just, get down to the blues of things. And it's something that I don't normally cover on my show. And I think that's why I particularly wanted to jump on this myself, is because I love blues. I think that it's the backbone of music, and I think that music as a whole is important. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, Chris Whitney again.
Hi, Chris.
Hi. All right. I'm not going to worry too much about what's going on. How you doing? What's up?
What's going on, guys?
Much. Oh, I got a couple of South Africa calls. Let me see what happens if I answer the call.
I don't know how to do it. Every time I try to call him after I have you two.
Oh, there we got Doug.
Hi, Doug.
Anybody else?
Yeah, it just.
Fantastic.
Hello?
All right, we're all together.
Are we all there?
We are? Yeah, okay. Hello?
Hi, guys.
All right. Hey, is Tony there?
This is Doug. You can hear me?
Yep, I can hear you, Doug.
All right, thanks. I mean, we were having a little bit of trouble. Chris, you there?
Yes.
Hi, Chris.
Okay. Tony, you there? Yeah, Tony's here. I'm here.
Yay, wonderful. We figured it out.
Right on. Well, welcome to the show, guys.
Yay, teamwork.
Welcome to the show, guys. Thanks for doing what you do as artists and musicians, man. Everybody, meet the awesome Drifter Kings.
Right on. Thanks for having us, man. It's terrific.
Yeah. So, I kind of wanted to ask you guys, man. First, Chris, I'll ask you, man. How long have you been doing vocals and guitar?
How long have I been doing vocals and guitar? Well, I've been doing guitar for longer than I care to admit. I started doing guitar, I suppose, in 6th grade. So back in 6th grade, they had, I'm not going to make this a real long, live story or anything. they offered these they called them little courses, little mini courses, right?
Yeah.
And so the course that said to build a mini bike course, it filled up really fast. So I didn't get to build a mini bike, but they had play guitar course. So I took the play guitar course. And so that was 6th grade. And then I picked up the guitar when I was about 12. And that would have been 1981. So it's a long time.
Right on, man. And what got you into music? What was there something in particular that brought you into music?
Well, I love music. I mean, obviously my earliest musical experiences would have been just, my mother's records, which, she had like Sgt. Pepper, and she had something called K-Tel's Superstars of the 70s. And it had like some Deep Purple and some Grateful Dead. And it had Roberta Flack,
wow.
First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. I mean, it really had some really beautiful stuff on it. And that sort of thing really got me into it. She had a lot of jazz records. And then growing up, I had an older brother and sister. And so they both had, my brother had stuff from like, it's talking about the 70s, he had like Aerosmith and Ted Nugent and all that kind of crap. And then my sister, she had like Genesis and Yes and King Crimson and stuff. And so I was listening to all that stuff, and I got turned on to Black Sabbath kind of all on my own. That was sort of my identity as a younger sibling, And so metal and stuff was kind of my thing. And so you're listening to Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and whatever, and you think, well, where does this come from? And it's not too long before you find out about Lead Belly and Son House and the people that really invented the genre. So that's kind of where I come from.
Tony, I wanted to ask you, man, you know, you do bass and vocals, man. So, growing up and doing bass and stuff like that, what was music like for you in Oklahoma?
Well, sorry, my connection is there. You talking to me, Tony?
Yes, yeah, Tony. I was just asking you. You know, I know you do bass and vocals as well. But I noticed that you grew up in Sallisaw, Oklahoma, and I was curious. You know, what music was like for you in Oklahoma. I know that Chris kind of grew up native to Columbus, Ohio, and I was just curious what the music was like in Oklahoma at the time for you.
Well, music for me in Oklahoma at that time was kind of weird. I was to music there. I had pretty big ears. I like to listen to a lot of things. I was definitely influenced by country music and classic rock. It was, you know, I guess new rock at the time. And so that kind of all just kind of amalgamated into me. When I was probably in high school, I tend to reject, growing up in the 80s, the pop music of the time, even country. So I was really mainly into the blues and heavy metal. And like Chris said, you know, he kind of did the cross-referencing and find out how metal was pretty based on the blues. And I ended up going more heavy into the blues when it was all said and done.
What was it like for you working with Kenny Neal?
Sorry, can you say that again?
What was it like for you working with Kenny Neal, Tony?
Oh, where I grew up? It was a pretty rural area. Man, my connection's really good.
Oh, yeah. Having a bad connection.
Yeah. Where I'm going is pretty good.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry, I can't understand what's going on.
It's okay. It's okay. Sounds like there's a repeat.
Hey, Doug, you got your computer cranked up? Turn it off. Yes. Yeah, that helps a lot.
How about now?
I can't hear anybody. I can hear now.
Hey, Tony, you there?
I'm here.
All right, that's much better.
Yeah. Is that better for you, Tony, at all?
Not really. It's choppy.
Yep, I can hear Doug. Alright, looks like we are having some technical difficulties with the phones, but in the meantime, what I'm going to do for you guys, we are going to throw some song and dance at you guys right here, man. And this song I'm going to throw towards you guys, man, is from the Drifter Kings. I got this off of their EP, and this song is called You Got a Minute With It. It's about 4 minutes and 18 seconds of awesomeness. I want you guys to check it out. Let me know what you think.
You say you do, I say you don't. You say you will, I say you won't. You say you might, well I say yeah right. I wasn't born yesterday. say. Can't stand the fighting that happens every day. You say it's my fault, I say it's yours. We start to argue and we end up on the floor. Neighbors call the cops and they pull us apart. One of us ends up all the way. So babe, you got a minute with it? Yeah, you got a minute with it? I'll say you got a minute with it. You got a minute with it. Yeah, you got a minute with my heart. Let's see what you can do. You say you love me, well I love you too. Don't think you mean it, you say you do. Look into my eyes, you start to cry, because you know it's just a lie. Stay out all night with friends that don't like. You smell like cheap liquor and your blouse ain't on right. I'll smoke alone, it's not my own. You say I'm crazy and I say you're lazy. You throw a punch and I know that you're drunk. This happens almost every night. Babe, you got a minute with it? Yeah, you got a minute with it? I'll say you got a minute with it. You got a minute with it. You know you got a minute with my heart. Let's see what you can do. Say it's yours. You wanna blame me? Well, hey, there's a door. I gave it my best, let's give it a rest. I just can't take it anymore. So babe, you got a minute with it? Yeah, you got a minute with it? Say you got a minute with it? You got a minute with it? Babe, you got a minute with it? Let's see what you can do.
Oh, it's awesome timing. See if we can get it here. What? Where'd it go? There it is. You're live on AntmanVs.
Hey, Anthony, it's Doug from the Drifter Kings. Looks like we have a bad connection with the guy.
Oh, yeah, what's going on, Doug? How's it going, man?
Okay. I didn't, I couldn't hear anything, but I mean, I have a good connection now with you. I guess you lost Tony and Chris before.
I did, yeah. It kind of just cut out on me, which, you know what? Technology is technology, my man, and it's no fault of anybody's. That's just how it goes.
All right. Well, they said I could take care of it. If there's anything I can have them call in, but,
right on.
I got a great there's a great connection here, and appreciate you doing this. So sorry about the difficulty.
No, Doug, there's nothing to be sorry about. The guys, if the guys want to join in the chat room on YouTube, there's a bunch of people in the chat room. If you guys want to jump in there, they can still be part of the show that way if they want. You can definitely let them know. But man, honestly, we just finished up playing You Got a Minute with It, man, and that is the coolest 4 minutes and 18 seconds I think I have ever I air guitar because I'm not a good musician, and
Right.
and I was definitely over here air guitaring. I didn't put it on camera because I didn't want to break the camera. Um, but man, like your guys' sound is like so original and so old school.
Well, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Thanks a lot. Yeah, we definitely try to mix it up, not just guitar, bass, and drums. We do get back to, like I say, with a stomp box, which simulates the old timers stomping on the front porch, that type of thing. Along also with sometimes we don't even use a snare drum, a tunable tambourine hit with a blast stick, which is a stick between a stick and a brush.
Yeah.
Plastic stuff. And then sometimes we even use. I had a built for me by T-Don, the guy built them for Buckland Zydeco, Clifton Engineer, a frattoir. He's got T-Don Z-boards out of Louisiana, and we do some stuff with that also. So we are old school. I mean, you picked that right up.
Man, and what I love about you guys, man, is, you got a little bit of Columbus, you got a little bit of Oklahoma, and you got a little bit of New York, man. So, what was it like for you, growing up in New York City, man? I can't imagine, like, there wasn't an influence on every corner.
Well, that's true. In fact, my father was a lead sax player for Eddie Duchin and Sammy Kaye during the big band era. So there was a lot of music in my house. And so I started with saxophone in sixth grade. But then when I was 10, took drums and all, because there were all these instruments in the house: piano, clarinet, sax. And my father played clarinet and was the lead sax player. They said for Eddie Duchin and Sammy Kaye. And so, so there was always that happening. And I studied with Gary Chester, who is the New Breed. So the New Breed book, which is one of the top 10 actually drum books in the out there. He was on hits like Bad Dad Leroy Brown, Brown Eyed Girl, stuff like that, did monster hits. So music was around all the time, really encouraging for me. And then the music scene in New York was just, incredible. There was a lot of influences. I actually originally got signed out of the club CBG and then shipped out to Europe with a new wave band at the time.
Wow.
Signed a Career, which was a European label, and then it became a rap label. Now it's no longer around. But yeah, was sent out there with, if anybody of your listeners know the Bad Brains out of Washington, the Bad Brains, and then the band hooked up with out of England, and we were out there for on tour for 6 months.
Man.
So,
wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of influences.
Yeah, like, to sit back, I do a lot of interviews with all kinds of bands, but, sitting down and doing an interview with you guys, like, it's crazy to me because it's so different than like rock and alternative and what these young kids know to be music. Like I look at some of the younger bands and I'm like, y'all don't know what music is, man. Like you know what it is now, but you don't know what it was then,
Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely, things have changed. I think Chris mentioned something like, like you said, we're old school. I mean, we're not in our 20s, so playing that and like even Chris said, music, when he was listening to Black Sabbath and all that, that all still comes from the blues. I mean, you can just it's got to go back to there. So we all went through those changes ourselves with that because it's all tied together. But the blues is a different kind of scene than the rest of the. Because I know when I was younger, I did the rock thing. I mean, I was in a new wave band. I got signed, all that scene. Dealt with all that scene. And the blues is just much more old school, just much more grassroots. So it all comes back to the beginning, I guess.
Yeah, I've always said you have to know where you've been to know where you're going.
Right. And as you get older as a musician, I believe you got to evolve. You may not like the direction an artist you like goes in, but at least you respect them because of the direction they took. You may not like the direction they're in now, but I'd say, and no offense, but I mean, me, my age, do I look great with 3 colors, 3 different colors in my hair? I don't have enough hair anyhow. So,
That's awesome.
that type of thing. So you evolve as a musician, and kind of settle into to things, and things change maybe as you mature. And so I have now gravitated back towards roots music and blues and stuff like that.
So, I was going through your guys' bio, man, and I caught my attention that you guys are part of the Columbus Blues Alliance.
Right. That is a blues society here in Columbus, and there are many blues societies throughout the world. So the one here in Columbus is called the Columbus Blues Alliance. And then they're all subdivisions of a greater society called the Blues Foundation out of Memphis. And some of the things the Blues Society does here, they're very supportive of the bands here, but there's Creekside Jazz and Blues Festival every year in Gahanna. In fact, that was supposed to happen this year.
Yeah.
Got canceled because of what's going on. We're on it for next year and all. And they're very instrumental in that. And they also put concerts on during the course of the year. There's also a competition. It's not going to happen this year in January. Again, been canceled. That's a broken record there. That has been canceled. And that's the International Blues Competition. There's a local competition each society does, and then they send a band throughout the world. This happens, and they all converge for a week in Memphis. So if you're a blues band in the area, I recommend highly that you join it. They, and also join the Blues Foundation. But that's what that you're alluding to, that the Blues Society here. And I'm not a booking agent. Just want to let you know that if you do join, they're not going to give you gigs.
Oh yeah,
but,
no. But
well,
I mean, you're
some bands think they are.
The cool thing though about a society is that you are totally surrounded by influence, and if you can't succeed or you can't find creativity in something like that, then you probably have no business being in something like that. Honestly. True.
I mean, it's made up of musicians and just people who love music, especially blues music. And you're right. So you are surrounded by like-minded people, and they say the society will help you along as much as they can. But they, some people think they want to book bands. That's what they do. But they do put on concerts, and like I say, the Creekside, and there is a several stages, and there is the Blues Garage, or now they call it the Blues Alley. So solo and duo acts play there, and then bands play. They do have three main stages, and that would be one would be the Electric Blues stage. So have you ever been to it? If you haven't, you ought to go. It's a great 3 days over the Father's Day weekend.
I think I'm going to strap a video camera to my hip, and I'm going to go and do it. I think that's going to be, the thing is, with COVID, it's really thrown everybody a curveball. How are the Drifter Kings handling the pandemic?
Bumming out heavily. No. Yeah. Well, trying to do things. I mean, things were, obviously playing out is important, especially when you want to, have a new CD out, which we have a CD out that we're going to be putting a new one out shortly. But our tour, we tour a lot, and our road gigs have dried up. Whereas we're supposed to be in Florida come November. Your guess is as good as mine if that's going to happen. So it is tough to keep busy to a certain extent. We have done a few live streams because Chris, our guitar player, his studio's in Clintonville, so we rehearse there. Or we now rehearse also at my place, or even at Tony's, who built the recording studio. It's not quite finished, but it's finishing it up. And so we have three places to rehearse, and that's where we're going to put the new album. But we've done at Chris's studio two live streams that really went over well. Some of the patio gigs we're doing are at least still happening, except a lot of gigs are being canceled. In fact, we are in Springfield, Illinois on Monday. Again, the Illinois Central Blues Club, their Blues Society out in the Springfield area, puts on a show every Monday at a club called the Alamo, and you must be invited. And once you're invited, you're in. So we were invited.
That's what I've heard. I have heard. I was excited to talk to you guys about that. even though I don't really talk about it much, I don't get an opportunity to talk about blues much on my show. But man, like, the Alamo is the coolest thing in the world. It's like it's like high school. If you're not cool, you're not getting a jacket.
Right. No, it is a cool club. It's right next door to where Abraham Lincoln practiced law.
Yep.
So there's a plaque there, so that's what it says. So yeah, it's a pretty cool club. They've been doing this for years. Touring acts get to come, and it's a Monday. And also when you're on the road, a Monday's a hard night to get a gig.
It is.
You got to be playing, Monday, maybe Tuesday, but Monday for sure. So they do this on a Monday. They've been doing it for years. Great crowd. And now they've changed the hours a bit. You have to play from 7 to 10.
Right.
But it used to be 8 to 11:30. But things changed, so the bars have to close early. But that's been a long running thing. Same thing also about 45 minutes out of there, and that got canceled. There's another thing that happens on Sunday at a Pop's place. They are a big blues club that happens. Then when bands are on the road, they play there on a Sunday. So.
Man, so
there are
much
clubs
music
for this kind of music specifically.
Yeah, like that's crazy. Like I don't know, man. I feel like a kid in a candy store right now. Like you guys signify everything I grew up on when I was a kid, and I'm an 80s kid, so you can imagine all the music that I've heard growing up. But man, that's really awesome. Like what I would love to do is, if it's okay with Tony and Chris, I'd love to come to your guy wherever you guys are, studio wise. I would love to come and actually sit down with you guys and do an interview at your studio. That would be killer.
That's not an issue. That can happen without a problem. It can happen in one of three places, depending on what part of town you live in. We can do it up here. We can do it in Clintonville at the studio there. We can do it at my studio here in Delaware. And Tony lives not far from me, still in Delaware County, but I guess it's considered Concord Township. But yeah, I mean, that can happen.
I live 5 miles from the historic Alrosa Villa, so I am in the middle of all of you guys. So whatever needs to happen, I am gonna do it. I just think it would be. We can coordinate that together. Yeah, I think it would be a great experience, man. Not to mention, be able to get some real good footage of you guys, doing your thing. I think it would be fascinating for some of my viewers and some of the people that support the show to see how, guys who've been in the game a lot longer than them prepare and do their thing, man.
Right. In fact, another thing we're doing is saying what we're doing to try to keep busy is we've done something here. We're actually, we came from rehearsal earlier today. We're, since there's downtime, we're learning some new material. We just actually, we're not a cover band. I mean, do we do some choice non-original material? Yes, but also it's rearranged. I mean, with the blues and this type of music, but you don't have to, you go see a cover band and you're seeing a cover band. They're trying to cover it note for note. I thought what we do, we actually do an old Fats Dominoes tune, I'm Walking. Only way you're going to recognize it's by the lyrics.
Yeah.
Same thing with song like Sloppy Junk, or we, in fact, we just were working on today, an old Otis Rush tune, My Babe, She's a Good 'Un, and then also the Little Walter tune, Dead Presidents. And we're working on that, making that our own, trying to see how we can work that out.
Man.
So we do the old kind of stuff. But the other thing is, keep busy. We're all three songwriters. But if we took a song this time, it's kind of funny. One of the new tunes, this is keeping fresh. I'm trying to tell you, yes, what we're doing to keep kind of busy doing the COVID thing. The first song we're writing collectively as a band, basically what happened, I had some lyrics lying around in jumbled order, and I knew it was going to be about a car. So Chris one day said, "Oh man, you wouldn't believe what I passed. I passed an orange El Camino." I went, I go, "Can I use that title for the song?" So he gave us the title. I gave the verse, the pre-chorus and chorus. Now Chris wrote a verse, and now we have to wait for Tony to write a verse, and we've got this new song. So it was the first song we're all writing as a collaboration, which was pretty cool the way it came about.
So we have 4 songs off of the new EP that you guys are promoting and pushing out there, and this song's called "Beats Me," and you want to talk a little bit about it?
Oh, okay. That song written by Chris, and we now perform it a little different live. It's done more with slide, but it's kind of a country blues type tune. Because we all try to write songs on this CD. So this one was written by Chris and sung by him, called Beats Me. So is that one you understand? Sounds great.
Right on. All right, cool. We're going to play this. This is 4 minutes and 20 seconds of some awesome goodness, man. Turn this up. Share this out using hashtag MusicFamiliaForLife. And make sure you guys go over and check out the Drifter Kings at thedrifterkings.com. And we'll be right back with more Douglas right here after this. Here's some Beats Me. Let's do it.
Looking for your baby, don't know where she's been. She said she's been staying with her next of kin. Every time you call, they say she ain't around. You beginning to believe something funny going down. It beats me. It beats me. I feel for you, brother, but I ain't seen her around. It beats me. Minding my own business, sitting here at the bar, trying to stay away from your sordid afar. I'm sticking to my story every time that you call. Say you trying to find that mule and kicking in your stall. It beats me. It beats me. I feel for you, brother, but I ain't seen her around. It beats me. It's the same old story, older than the hills. Sneaking round the back door, trying to get some thrills. Am I a bad guy? Am I a snake? Am I a scoundrel? Is this all a mistake? It beats me. It beats me. I feel for you, brother, but I ain't seen her around. It beats me.
killer stuff right there. That's beats me. Hanging out with Doug, man, that is killer.
Oh, thanks. We tried to actually everybody get a song or two on that CD since all three of us write. So that's all. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Wow. And so what does it take, when you guys sit down, because I know that's like 3 creative masterminds coming together to create like one awesome killer stew. Like how do you guys hash it out, like coming up with what's going to work and what's not?
Well, it depends. Like basically, if I come with a song, I pretty much have it all worked out what it's going to go on. And I mean, coming from a drummer point of view, I have to write a little differently than Tony and Chris, because I don't play a melodic instrument, except for one song I did write on saxophone. But we come in with the idea, if it's for me, this is kind of funny, I have an app that I can hum into, and it'll give me the chords for what my song is. So I have a lot of, and then I can refine it that way. So I'll come in, here's the song, I'll give them the riffs, the lyrics, and sometimes then we'll kind of we'll rehash the arrangement, and then we come in handy with the arrangement. We just don't play kind of like willy-nilly what you want to do. We kind of afraid that we duke it out, and we'll duke it out and let's try this, let's try that, and we'll see what works and what doesn't. And because my whole thinking is that you don't know if it's a good idea unless you try it, because one of two things: it could be a great idea, but it sounds terrible because you didn't execute it properly, or it really is a bad idea, but you have to execute it properly to see how it works. So we do a lot of that, if that makes sense.
What do you, when you guys sit down and do the recording process, like, I know that it takes creative minds to be able to create great things, and what I wanted to ask you was, putting together all of these different sounds and all this other stuff, do you guys ever come up with songs that you're not putting on an EP or not on a CD that is just sitting in a notebook somewhere?
Yes. The song has to be right for the band. I mean, it could be a great tune, but if it's not right for this band, then we don't do it. Or we've done just the opposite. We tried to make a song right for the band, and it doesn't work out. I mean, we used to do a song, and it's not right for the band. It's a great tune. Chris wrote it, and we used to do it, but we don't play this particular song. And this happened with a couple of them. So sometimes even we'll try it, we say it's not working, we bag it. But there's only been about, I think, 2 songs that happening. But yeah, if it's not right for the band, we just don't perform it.
Wow. So it's really, honestly, it's a melting pot, and what you guys form out of it is what you guys form out of it.
Yes. Exactly. And I think some of it you hit upon because we all came from different parts of the country where that can influence you also, due to the fact that Chris is actually from here. I'm a transplant here from New York, from the city, and Tony is he was living in Colorado, but he's from Oklahoma, so everybody has those different experiences, and so I believe that that kind of meshed together. You have to find the right people, and we have the right people in this band. We're all on the same page. We just all have different influences from where we came up in different parts of the country that works together.
Man, I think Ohio is lucky to have you guys. I really do, because the idea that you guys all come from different places and then settled here. Like me, I'm not from here. I would be a transplant too. I'm from that state up north. I'm from Michigan. But I grew up with a lot of blues and rock in Detroit and Grand Rapids and Lansing and some of the southern areas. I'm from the tip of the mitt there, as they say. About 9.5 hours away from here. Like I'm as close to the UP as you can get. And
I love the UP. Cool.
Yeah, and you know, so like hanging out, getting a chance to listen to all kinds of music, man. Like you guys take me home every time I listen to you guys. Like you sent me those songs in email, and I transferred them to my phone, and I do like DoorDash delivery kind of stuff, and you guys get me through when I'm working. Like I listen to your guys' music while I'm out delivering pizza, doing food and stuff.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, you know,
Excellent.
I see I've been reading a lot about you guys, and you guys had a Blues Highway review from Gary Goldsmith back in October. And you know, he coined you guys as the Drifter Kings, Central Ohio's diamond in the rough.
Yeah, you mentioned that exactly. Yeah.
But you know, when you sit down and you talk about it, man, it's really fascinating, the process and how it all comes together. From just a listener standpoint, you would never think that all of that comes together in there the way you guys put together. I mean, I would have never imagined that some of the influences you guys had. I just wouldn't have. I would have been like, wow, that's homegrown, and I would have thought you guys just were playing since high school.
Right. Well, the playing since high school, but not together. Yeah, because basically we had never played together. I mean, the way this line, the band, the Drifter Kings, has been together for about 11 years in some form or another. But this lineup's only been around for almost 3 years now. But basically, I put some classified out on Craigslist and stuff, specifically stating this is what I need, and it's coming from a drummer, which is another, it's probably kind of strange. That,
you don't
that
see
Chris,
that. You don't see that too
right.
often.
Chris said when he answered it, and I said, a guitar player needs be proficient in slide, Piedmont, play rhythm, also be able to play Piedmont style, and strong on leads, and can play slide, and has a good understanding of the blues, can go on the road. And I was very specific. I front the band, can sing. I'm putting all these demands, and all I do, and I play drums. And same thing with a bass player. Bass player didn't have to sing. There was other criteria. If singing was a plus, and Tony's the plus, but it was very specific. And Chris actually said, he looked, he goes, "Oh, drummer asking for someone else to front the band instead of a front person asking for people to back them up. I could do that." And so when he auditioned, he got the gig, and I auditioned to people that actually, would have come from Cleveland and commuted to do this, but finally got some guy local. And so, I mean, that's basically how it came together with Chris, and then went through a couple of different bass players again, because, I put my money where my mouth is. I said, we're going on the road. And, you got to be able to, go to Florida, go to Georgia, go to Michigan. I mean, the band's been out of the country, not this lineup, but have a valid passport, because, the band has been out of the country. And people don't believe you sometimes. And finally, when it happened, I can't do that. So we went through several bass players, and Tony actually, quite funny, he called me before he moved here, because he knew he was moving here, saw the ad, and called. I said, well, I already got a bass player. If I keep in touch, anything can happen. And sure enough, anything happened. The guy had to quit because he couldn't take the road, and auditioned Tony. And so he joined the band. So now this has been the solid lineup for 3 years. But we had never played together before.
Wow. Like, it blows my mind, like when somebody comes to you and gives you an opportunity of a lifetime. And to me, an opportunity of a lifetime is anywhere outside of 270. If you're in Ohio, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The Inside 270 tour, and if you've gotten outside of that, and you have an opportunity, a prime opportunity at that, to play with professionals that know what they're doing, and you can't do that, like, you start wondering, like, how serious are you about music, bro?
Exactly. I mean, it's funny. I mean, the best saying is, you better watch out what you wish for, because it can come true. I mean, I can just tell you a funny story. When I was signing a career, we had to get rid of the original bass player, because we were produced by Steve Katz from Blood, Sweat, and Tears Blues Project, and eventually they brought in Ian Hunter from Mott the Hoople, and Lou Reed from Velvet Underground to work with us, along with Genya Ravan from 10 Mill Drive. My point is, this guy was in the band, and he wouldn't, and then things started happening, and he said, I can't do this. So he had to leave. So you better watch what you get for, because, it can come true. So people, like you just said, you're in the band and we're going to do this, and then you say, oh, I can't do this. Then how serious are you? Why did you waste our time?
Right.
You said it right perfectly.
Right, and it's like it takes so much effort, like I listen to a lot of young bands, a lot of young artists talk about, oh, well, I want to get paid this and I want to get paid that. And I had one band tell me they wanted to make $400 each show, and my response to them was, well, do you have $400 worth of good material to play to earn that $400? And
oh, yeah.
And when you walk in the door, like I can just imagine when you guys come to the door, like they know you guys you mean business, and from the first lick to the first percussion sound to the first bass rip, like I mean it's crazy,
Well, yeah, I mean, we're all full-time players. This is what besides this, I teach, and I play music for a living. This is, so we can't waste time. We dress to play. I mean, when you go to work, sometimes you have to wear a certain tie. Well, we dress when we look like we're in a band. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I see a lot of bands yourself that if that's your image, the T-shirt and the ripped jeans, I can understand that. But that may not also be the image, but you're wearing that anyhow. So my point is, it's a whole total package. When we play, we go and conduct the show very professionally, but we actually, we look like we're in a band. We're going to be dressed to play in the style in which our stuff is appropriate. I mean, we could walk. I mean, Chris could wear a zoot suit with a hat, but he does wear sparkly jackets.
Yeah,
So-
like I was going through. If you guys haven't had a chance, man, head over to Facebook and check out the Drifter Kings on Facebook. They have lots of great stuff on their Facebook page, facebook.com/the Drifter Kings on social media. You can check them out. And I've been pushing the website all night, drifterkings.com, for more information about what they got going on. They have a new release called Daddy Longleggin' out, and you guys need to check it out, man. It's available now for purchase. Make sure you guys check it out. And we got this next song right here, Back to the Country, and it's exactly what it is. It takes you back, man. And my dad passed away in December, and I listened to this song, and I admit, like, there's parts of it that I remember, like, just takes me to my childhood and special moments with my dad, takes me back to the country with him. And
Cool.
so I wanted to definitely say that there is music that you guys put out that, whether you know it or not, impacts so many people, man. And I hope you guys I hope you guys receive that kind of love, because you guys deserve it for sure.
Well, thanks, Greg. I like the song. That song actually, it's funny. It's written by Tony, and when this is like saying how we know how the song arranging and writing process. He brought the song in, and he recorded it when he was out in Oklahoma on a solo CD. And I said, great song, but do you mind if we don't do it with drums? Can we do it with the stomp box and the tunable tambourine? And of course, he's locked into that one sound. And I said, don't say anything else. Just play it. I got an idea. Let's just play the song. Everything goes down the way, you did it. Just let's try it this way. Does it, likes it. We perform it that way. This is funny because last year we were at the IBC, as I talked about, the International Blues Competition in Memphis. And he ran into a band that he knows from when he was living in Colorado. In fact, it's funny because the drummer for that band is the drummer for a band called the Subdues, one of my favorite bands, which I stole the idea of a framed drum with a blast stick. That's a whole nother story, but I stole the idea from that band. And when we played that song, the guitar player came up to Tony and I and said, that song sounds great. I remember that song, Tony, but you haven't played it that way. And he turned and goes, Doug came up with that arrangement that, everybody loves this new arrangement. It's so different, but that's something that we brought to the table, sounding one way, and it ends up sounding the way it's on the CD now.
I have one of my fans who listens, tunes into the show. She is Nancy Weems. Thank you for your question. She asked, she's like, have they heard of Primitive Quartet?
Primitive Quartet? I personally have not. I've heard of it. I can check it out. Primitive, I don't know, have no idea who they are, though.
Yeah, I will. I'll send you a link. I actually I know a little bit of them, and I'll send you a link after the show.
Cool.
Shout out to Chris Whitney. He's in the chat room. Yeah, he said he kind of laughed during our conversation and said, "Dad rock on the 270 circuit."
Yeah, right. Okay.
I absolutely agree. Absolutely. So we're gonna get into this right now. This is Back to the Country. This is 3 minutes and 36 seconds of down homeness. I want you guys to check this out, and we'll be right back with my man Doug right after this.
Can you smell the rain coming? I said, hey, brother, can you hear the thunder drumming? In this big old city, it's hard to be sure. You can't smell the rain, but what you can smell, though it sure as hell ain't pure. I came to the city to try and find my way, but surrounded by sadness, it's hard to see the light of day. And the people don't care if you're dead and gone. I had to tell myself that I'm better than that. Gotta keep on keeping on. No, you gotta get back to the country in the open sky. You gotta get back to the country, it's time for me to fly. You gotta get back to the country where it don't feel wrong. I had to keep my head up and have some faith, Lord knows it won't be long, no. Boy like me, but there's lessons to learn before it sets me free. And to go back home will be a reward for my patience. To get back to the country that I left for the city that I have not left since. You gotta get back to the country in the open sky. You gotta get back to the country, it's time for me to fly. You gotta get back to the country where it don't feel wrong. I had to keep my head up and have some faith, Lord knows it won't be long. You gotta get back to the country in the open sky. You gotta get back to the country, it's time for me to fly. You gotta get back to the country where it don't feel wrong. I had to keep my head up and have some faith, Lord knows it won't be long, no, no.
To the country, the Drifter Kings. Killer stuff, Douglas. Man, my leg hurts. I've been jamming out all night, like my neck, my leg. Like I'm gonna have to get out and do some yoga after this show.
All right. That's what I like to hear.
Christopher, he's in the chat. Christopher Whitney says, making music is part of the human condition. Whatever it is, it's worth the effort as a creator or a listener. It's just life.
All right, Chris.
I can't agree more with that, man. That's some good stuff right there. One of my sponsors, Janine Cunningham from Paul's Nightclub in Lancaster, Ohio. She is a longtime supporter of myself and AntmanVs, and she not only is a sponsor of the show, but she has a venue that is probably historically one of the cornerstones of Lancaster. She's Paul's Nightclub's been there for over 40 years in the area, and her venue particularly, as well as many others, have been hit hard with the COVID pandemic issues. But we are working to get her back to square one and get her doors open. And I just want to throw this out there, man. I would love to see the Drifter Kings on the Paul's Nightclub stage, man. I don't know if we can work that out, but man, I think it would be a killer show for sure.
Let's talk. That'd work. For sure. That's in Lancaster.
Yes.
Not a problem.
Yeah. And I can send you all the information for that as well. She's just a shameless plug there for an awesome lady who supports local all day long. So.
Okay, all right, we can definitely talk about that. Sounds good.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you. We got one song left. It's called "Son of a Gun." But before we get into it, I wanted to ask, and I know Chris and Tony are in the chat, so I'll give each one of you guys an opportunity. Douglas, I want to ask you, man, what is one piece of advice that you would give to today's music, to somebody who says, hey, I like Drifter Kings, I like what they're doing, how can I do that? What kind of advice would you give?
Well, you got to stick with it because, it definitely has its ups and downs. Be persistent, depending on what your goal is. I mean, if the goal is to have your band and now you want to be a working band, you want to tour, you want to gig out, and you have to do that every day. You have to do a bit, so it takes a bit of a work ethic. Putting on social media, we're free to play Friday night. If you hit us up, club not gonna hit you up, and they don't need you. So the thing is, you got to take a certain time of the day. I know I do. Before COVID happened, I mean, my routine was, by 10 in the morning, I was behind my computer and until at least 2 in the afternoon, and then sometimes again later on. So some owners are in later on, calling, hitting the phone, researching, mapping, doing this. So it's a full-time job. And if I would say, if that's one of your goals, then get to it and stick with it, because it takes a lot of work. It's not, so that's my biggest piece of advice is be organized and actually have a work ethic, because it takes a lot of work to keep a band together and keep it working.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think in 2020, and especially, I think the pandemic has forced bands and artists, I think everybody, even myself, all of us, I think it forced us to stop and then start again, and really stop and look at, okay, what are we bringing to the table? Are we still bringing what we wanted to bring? And if not, I feel like bands and artists, and I'm sure maybe you guys might agree that, with all this time off, literally months and months of time off, bands kill for that kind of time to be able to write and put stuff together.
Right. Exactly. I mean, so make good use of it. I mean, for example, obviously, rehearsing was a problem. Now we can rehearse a bit, so things have lightened up a little bit there, but continue working on your craft. I mean, personally for myself, since this has happened, I'm actually studying again with this time I'm studying with Stanton Moore, one of my favorite drummers out of New Orleans. I'm a part of the Stanton Moore Music Academy. In fact, I'm being interviewed tomorrow by one of the people from the Academy on what it was like to study with Gary Chester, the gentleman I mentioned before, one of my drum instructors. But I'm making good use of trying to learn new, fresh ideas. So definitely, still trying to hone my craft after still playing drums for 55 years.
Yeah, I listen to some of the artists, and I come back to this. Like, a lot of the people that I talk to and work with, man, have not put in half the time that you guys have. And so, like, it's really, honestly, I have to say again, a breath of fresh air to have conversations with you and Chris and Tony, because, man, like, I'm going to revert back to this interview. When I have conversations with bands like, man, I don't know how to do this, and I don't know. Like, when you get to this point, boys and girls, then talk to me about what you think you can't do. Until then, I don't want to hear about it.
Right. It takes work. I mean, there's a lot of factors involved in, putting a band together, keeping a band together, and no matter what you're doing, whether it's a cover band or original music. And in fact, original music is even probably twice as hard as a cover band. Because some clubs just, if you want to work, you got to seek out those clubs that are good for the type of music you're playing. And with us, that's why, blues bands in general go on the road in certain pockets of the country. I mean, Florida is very big for this type of music. You come from Michigan. We were just getting things together in Michigan, and the bottom fell out because of COVID. In fact, two clubs up your way would be, I don't know if you know of Billy's Lounge in Grand Rapids.
Yep.
And then there's a new club, Max Dugan's, right outside of Detroit, Hazel Park.
Yeah,
Michigan,
Hazel Park.
A suburb of Detroit.
Yeah.
Is that like a suburb of Detroit? We were supposed to be rescheduled there, so seek that stuff out, other bands, because there are clubs that are perfect for the type. Like you said, you live right near the El Rosa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That club is, if you're doing that kind of, you're doing the genre of music, and that's a lot of heavier sound, that's the club you got to be playing.
Well, unfortunately, the El Rosa Villa, before the pandemic, it actually was sold, and it's actually set to be torn down.
Oh boy, okay, but all right. So my point was, since I'm not with that genre, I didn't know
I get
with that genre, that's the place to play.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm working closely with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. There is a rock that is outside of the El Rosa Villa, and every year on Dimebag Darrell's death anniversary and his birthday, somebody comes and revamps this rock with artwork and paint, and it's basically a year-round memorial that somebody comes and memorializes every year. And
cool.
So I am working with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in hopes that we can get somebody to come down and pull that rock out of there before they tear it down, because who knows what's going to happen to it after that. And
yeah, right.
And so I believe strongly that if somebody believes enough to come every year, put fresh paint and fresh flowers down, then I believe that we have to save it for somebody. Somebody's going to be devastated if they come next year and it's gone.
Oh, sure. No, that's got to be preserved. And probably Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a perfect spot for it. So good luck with that, getting that happening.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
yeah.
That club was a place to play if that's the genre. So you've got to seek that out. Again, going back to it's a business, and you got to do your homework and all if you want to make this work for you as a living.
Yeah.
Because there are clubs out there. Clubs do come and go, but I mean, you got to seek them out. They're not going to seek you out. So it's that type of dedication.
Absolutely. Well, we got this last song right here. This is Son of a Gun. This is 4 minutes and 12 seconds. And again, man, to close out the show and close out this interview with these guys, this is the best song I could think of out of all the songs you sent me. This is the song I thought of to close it out with, man.
Cool. All right. If I could say this song again, written by Chris, and this one uses the frappoir, the Zydeco washboard.
Wow. Okay, so we're gonna have to sit down in our interview at the studio. Like, we're gonna have to sit down and do like a real talk about in depth with these instruments and see them, because I've heard a lot of the terminology that you used this evening, but I have not physically seen any of these in my lifetime.
You probably have and didn't know it, but okay. I mean, I get that all the time at the Fratois. I know, and then show a picture. Oh, that didn't know that what it was called. But yeah, I mean, if you've seen Zydeco music, you've seen it.
I have.
So
Wow.
you've seen the guy with the vest that looks like the Tin Man when he wears the vest?
Yeah.
And it's a rub board, that's a Fratois.
Oh, wow. Okay. Duh.
Yeah, so you have,
yeah.
So you have seen it.
I have. Yeah, I have. I just,
Right.
wow. All right. So I have officially been schooled this evening by the Drifter Kings. So that is awesome. I love it when I finish a show or when I finish up an interview. I love to be like, oh wow, I learned today. Like, yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Cool. All right, so now you know what it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Son of a Gun, break it down for everybody out there before we get into it here.
Okay. Again, this song was written actually when Chris brought it to us. He finally told me that it was specifically written for the Fratois. That he wrote the song with that in mind, and we weren't supposed to have drums on it or anything like that. So of course I went, cool, let's hear it. So that he brought it in, played it on acoustic guitar, and then came up with what we came up with it. With what you're hearing on the record. But it was specifically written for that instrument, which I thought was pretty cool.
Man. Well, without further ado, right here, this is Son of a Gun. And when we come back, we're going to close out the interview with my man Douglas, and we're going to be jamming out. We're going to go past a little bit, 11 o'clock this evening. We're going to give you guys a little bit of extra this evening. And we'll be right back with Douglas after this. Let's do it.
Hello, baby, I'm so glad you could make it. Can I get you a glass of wine? It's 7:45 and I anticipate we're gonna have a real good time. I got my khakis pressed and that's a mighty fine dress. Are you ready for a night on the town? She said, would it be a sin for us to just stay in? I'll be a son of a gun. Son of a gun, son of a gun. It's not what I expected. Every time I think I got it under control, I got to change my perspective. Son of a gun, son of a gun. I do believe she might be the one. With my head she be messing, always keeping me guessing. I'll be a son of a gun. Shooting pool and I was trying to be cool with some clown starts to acting real sleazy. I thought I'd show him his place and punch his stupid face, but it didn't go down so easy. He had some ugly looking friends who commenced to descend, and I said, baby, we better run. She took off her glasses and kicked all of their asses. I'll be a son of a gun. Son of a gun, son of a gun. It's not what I expected. Every time I think I got it under control, I got to change my perspective. Son of a gun, son of a gun. I do believe she might be the one. With my head she be messing, always keeping me guessing. I'll be a son of a gun. big day arrives and we'll be husband and wife, and the ceremony's set to begin. But the feathers are flying and the caterer's crying, and my best man is stinking a chin. She sneaks into my room with a flimsy excuse. She says, I do believe my zipper is stuck. I zipped up with direction, that was not her intention. I'll be a son of a gun. Son of a gun, son of a gun. It's not what I expected. Every time I think I got it under control, I got to change my perspective. Son of a gun, son of a gun. I do believe she might be the one. My head should be messing, always keeping me guessing. I'll be a son of a gun. Son of a gun, son of a gun, it's not what I expected. Every time I think I got it under control, I got to change my perspective. Son of a gun, son of a gun, I do believe she might be the one. With my head should be messing, always keeping me guessing. Playing with the zipper on a wedding dress, and staying home on Saturday, and I'm not protesting. I'll be a son of a gun.
Yeah, that is awesome right there. Hanging out with my man, Doug Oscar. What's going on, buddy?
All right. Things are going all right. This has been fun. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I can't thank you enough, man, for hanging out with me tonight. And I really appreciate you and Chris and Tony trying to power through, shall we say, with the technical stuff. So I appreciate you guys.
I understand, man. We're a little bit technically challenged, but we got through it a bit. So thanks for having us.
Man, I will take technically challenged and professionally sound over, professionally challenged and technically sound. So,
okay.
I like I said, thank you guys for doing what you do as artists and musicians, man. It's a real treat to have you guys on the show tonight, and I hope to be able to line it up with you guys to invade one of your studios, one of your many locations, and check out live what you guys do.
Sure, no problem. Get back to me on this. I mean, obviously, you've got all the ways to get a hold of me. I've got the ways to get a hold of you, so we can put this together. Not a problem.
All right, Doug, man. Thank you so much for coming in tonight and hanging out with me. And make sure you guys go over to thedrifterkings.com and check out the website. Pick up the new EP. And make sure you guys show over to Facebook as well. Check them out at the Drifter Kings on Facebook. And great stuff from these guys. And more to come as we get ready to roll back into music and get back to the normal grind, whatever that is in 2020. I look for these guys because it's going to be fun, man. Doug, thank you so much, sir.
Great. Thanks again for having us, and get a hold of us so we can get that all together for you then, Anthony. No problem, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Have a wonderful night, sir.
You too. Be safe. Thanks a lot.
You too. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Drifter Kings right there. And I have officially been schooled this evening. I feel like I'm walking away, like I've done over 500 episodes, and I feel like I am walking away with awesome knowledge and awesome sounds in my eardrums, and I feel like my soul is full, right? Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys, for coming and hanging out tonight. If you guys want, man, we're going to be jamming out. We're going to be jamming out a little bit here, and we are going to stick around a little bit longer. I got something for you right here. This is from Pray for Sleep, and this is the new song, Scream Back. Let's go.
This is where I fall.
Scream Back from my boys Pray for Sleep. I want to point out real quick, man, I want you guys to go over to screamback.org. It's a unique and innovative approach to reach young youth and struggling with mental behavior health conditions using peer messaging, rock music, and personal messages of hope. And I want to point out real quick, man, this is a part of Build with Passion, and this is on our sleeves, Nationwide Children's Hospital, 99.7 The Blitz. Shout out to you guys as well out there tuning in. And I want to point out some numbers real quick to kind of give you guys an idea of what we're looking at here as a whole. The truth be known that teen suicide rates are highest ever and are climbing here in 2020, especially with the pandemic. Our kids are man, I get emotional when I talk about this. Myself, personally, I am, I've had mental health and do have mental health issues. And, teen suicide is something that is high. Whether we know it or not, it is high in our community. And I think it's time that we step up and we do something for that community. And I think Pray for Sleep is on to something really awesome with this, man. The rate of suicide has increased by 58% in the last decade. We need to get that down. We need to talk about the hard questions, the hard conversations. We need to have these, and especially right now with the pandemic, we have nothing but time on our hands. So let's get to work and let's start talking about some of these things. I want to also give a shout out to my boys and girls over there at Carolina Hemp Company, Columbus. We got some new stuff to talk about this evening. So Carolina Hemp Company has got something called the Product Demo Day coming up in the corner. And coming up in the corner of September right here, 7 days away, you guys can check out chc-columbus.com to get more information on what they have going on. Find them on Facebook as well. But you can join them, learn about the benefits of hemp, and sample their products. Go ahead, give them a call, 614-987-5885. Let them know that Ant-Man sent you when you call. Let Sean and Cheryl both know that you heard about them on the AntmanVs show, and they'll take care of you and direct you in the right path of healing and happiness. It's some good stuff right there. I also want to give a shout out to a few of my other sponsors this evening. I want to give a shout out to Paul's Nightclub, Janine Cunningham down there at Paul's Nightclub. Over 40 years of rocking support all over Ohio. Thank you for doing what you do, ma'am. We love you. Lynettes Country BBQ, my man Larry Trimmer holding down with the best barbecue in Central Ohio for over 30 years. And Shamrock Printing, my boys Jonathan Boyer and Ace Winners over there. ShamrockPrinting.com, 740-349-2244. If you want merch, you want screen printing, you want the best in local screen printing, get a hold of ShamrockPrinting.com. Let them know that Ant-Man sent you over there, and they'll take care of you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight, man. And we're not done yet. We got some horoscopes. We got This Day in Music. And I want to let you guys know, we got a brand new website that I have not hit the publish button on yet. I'm going to talk about why here in a little bit. We'll be right back after this. I got something for you right here from Bellmouth Chrome. I love these guys. Let's get into it right now. This is Slow Reaction.
There's nothing new for me to say. Another try is a small attraction. I hope for you a better day.
mouth shut and wonder what will come. I don't know, I've been alone so long. I grew up from the church above, wondering where our respect for all. Don't let it go and understand just why. Slow reaction took me down here with this dragging tide. Wake up for reality is all fucking knocked away. Welcome here to sanity. The place should be okay. And CBA.
Bellmouth Chrome right there. A slow reaction. Brand new stuff hanging out with AntmanVs tonight, man. If today is your birthday, then happy motherfucking birthday. And here's your horoscope, music familia. Ready for this? The key to success over the 12 coming months is to keep things simple. That applies to all areas of life, but especially to relationships, even where minor misunderstandings could lead to major disruptions. Remember, life is easier when you don't take it too seriously. Aquarius, not everyone thinks with the same logical precision as you. So don't be surprised if some people cannot seem to get their heads around a situation that is actually quite simple. You may need to show them the 2 + 2 does indeed equal 4. Pisces, go out and do something silly. Go out and do whatever makes you smile. More than any other sign, you have a keen appreciation of the comedy aspects of life. And the more things you find to laugh about, the more the world will laugh along with you. True that. Aries, if you're having trouble and having doubts about a business matter that only a short while ago you were raving about, then it might be wise to pay attention to what your inner voice is telling you. If the experts say buy, but your instincts say sell, trust your instincts all day long. Taurus, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong, but that does not mean you won't profit from the experience. While everyone else is laminating their bad luck, you should be making plans for what comes next. Focus on tomorrow, not what happens today. Why do you believe the things you believe, Gemini? Have you looked at the facts for yourself? Or have you merely adopted, let me rephrase. Some of you may adapt or adopt what you were told as you were growing up? Most likely it's the latter, and what happens today could cause a serious rethink in your outlook. Cancers, you don't need to ask other people for their approval before following a course of action you know is the right thing for you. Have the courage of your own convictions and do gladly what every fiber of your being says is the correct thing to do. Leo, you may not be the most organized member of the zodiac, but it still annoys you when other people let things slip. What occurs today may encourage you to explode with anger, but before you do, try standing back and taking a clear look at your own fails. Yes. My fellow Virgos, what is your number one priority? Why are you not going after it with every ounce of your energy? Most likely it's because there are other lesser matters that need dealing with too. Will they take you closer to your long-term goal? If not, just forget them. Man, so true. I had to do that myself. Libra, if friends and family members offer to help you today and you think long and hard before you accept, it may be they genuinely want to guide you away from a sticky situation, but the planets indicate this is something you must do for yourself. Scorpios, you do sometimes say things you don't really mean, right, Scorpio? often just to see how others will react. But you would be wise not to play those sorts of tricks or games today. The planets warn, if you tamper with the truth, the only person who will be hurting by it is you. Sagittarius, you have been working too hard as of late, Zag, and really do need to go easier on yourself for a bit. The planets warn, if you don't slow down, you could find yourself beset by a number of small but irritating issues that eat into your time and energy. Last but not least, my Capricorns, just because you are in an assertive mood does not mean you can ride rough shots over other people's hopes and dreams. If you go out of your way to help friends and colleagues now, the universe will go out of its way to assist you on later endeavors. Keep that in mind. Tonight's horoscopes are sponsored by Paul's Nightclub. Check out my girl Janine down there at 901 South Broad Street, Lancaster, Ohio. Give her a call, 740-215-4805. Let her know that Ant-Man sent you, and try to get in there. And we're getting ready to reopen that mug. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. We want to see your face. If you're interested in playing a show, let me know. All right, guys. It's been real fun tonight hanging out with you guys. I really appreciate you guys. We're going to get into this day in music, and then we're going to close out the show because it's getting late, and I know all y'all's kids got school in the morning, right? Yeah. This day in music's brought to you by Carolina Hemp Company Columbus, man. Make sure you guys check out Carolina Hemp Company all day long for all their awesome products, man. I encourage you guys to go over and take advantage of the Columbus opportunity right here. Carolina Hemp Company is going to be doing a very own product demo day right here in Columbus at the store. You're going to be able to try, learn, and check out all the benefits and all the education that you can possibly handle. Sean and Cheryl are bringing it to you right front seat. Check them out, chc-columbus.com. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Yours truly is going to be out there. I hope to see you out there September 17th. Make sure you guys go out there. Bringing balance through hemp. It's going to be awesome. And I really want to make sure you guys also understand that hemp education, whole spectrum hemp extracts, and organic hemp flower, topicals, and edibles are all available for this testing. And any questions you have, all the brains are going to be there at Carolina Hemp Company Columbus. You guys need to be there. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be asking questions just like you probably should. This day in music right here. So we're going to go back a little bit in honor of the guys from the Drifter Kings, and we're going to go back a little bit. 1963, Paul McCartney, during a chance meeting between the Rolling Stones at Studio 51 Jazz Club in London with Paul McCartney and John Lennon, the two played the Stones a partly finished song, I Wanna Be Your Man, which the Stones later record. Went platinum. Google it. I dare ya. 1965. The Byrds began recording Turn, Turn, Turn. Unlike their first hit, Mr. Tambourine Man, members of the group itself were permitted to play instead of session musicians. Pretty sweet, right? Yeah, gotta admit. Moving right along. 1974, the New York Dolls. They split up. The influential American band formed in 1972 and made just 2 albums. The 1973 New York Dolls and the 74 Too Much Too Soon. 1988, one of my favorites right here. Phil Collins was at #1 on the UK singles chart with A Groovy Kind of Love, taken from his Film Buster, the song that had been the #2 hit for the Mindbenders in 1966. The song was written by Carol Bayer Sager when she was a 22-year-old school teacher, and Tony Wine, who was a 17-year-old high school student. Wow. We're going to close this out with R.E.M. They were #9 today on the UK singles charts. In 1994, What's the Frequency, Kenneth? The song's title refers to an incident in 1986 when two unknown assailants attacked journalist Dan Rather while repeating, Kenneth, what is the frequency? Those are your This Day in Music. I just texted you. Thought I sent it earlier. Uh-oh. Did I miss something? I hope I'm not in trouble with my sponsor. Oh crap. I better check it out. Alright, guys. Hey, thank you for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I have two announcements for you. One, I am working with Ignosium to bring you an awesome Halloween show. We're going to work it out and see what we can come up with. I also want to give a shout out to Then Falls the Sky. My man Chad and I are coming together. I get to be in the room full of some awesome people coming up real soon. Details on that real soon as well. That's potentially going to be a live stream. I'm getting into this whole new live stream thing. Like, we're doing live streams. Like, people are calling me and they're like, hey, Ant, like, you do your show live every Thursday. Yeah. Why don't you come and do stuff over here with us? Sure. Let me grab my bag. I'm on my way. Let's do this. Yeah. Also, MFPforlife.com is coming real soon. Me and Siobhan, I should say Siobhan, is working her butt off to get that website ready to go. And we're going to be taking our merch and throwing it up on there. We're also going to have our sponsors links up there. So if there's products and things that you like from our sponsors, you're going to be able to access those right from our webpage as well, because we love them so much that we need to take care of them. I am getting ready to get out the door, and you guys have a great rest of your night, man. It's supposed to be really warm tomorrow, so stay hydrated. Greg, man, shout out to you, sir. Keep your head up, brother. We are all there for you. Make sure you check out all these great bands, all these great artists I had tonight on the show. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for doing what you do as artists and musicians. I also want to remind everybody that all the music and music videos aired are not ours, and we give all the rights to the artists and musicians who create these works. We love you guys. Find us on Facebook, Music Familiar Productions. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll see you next week.